Pooja, you have been a ranker, a top ranker, and then you did your post-graduation, and you have been doing some really wonderful work. You've been doing farmhouses, and she's been doing a lot of work outside Pune and the exterior part. I want to ask her, how are you kind of inculcating whatever you have studied? Or how does that impact on your design process while designing these farmhouses or other projects?
Hi. Hello. Am I audible? Yeah. So primarily, I learned a lot about sustainable approach to construction, to design. And from there, I worked in Bangalore. My partner worked in Auroville. And from that upbringing, we sort of realized that, yes, we are practicing in Pune after all. We belong to this city, so we are here. But then the materials that are available here are not necessarily, raw earth. And not everywhere can you work in places where you're doing mud plaster and all these techniques. At the same time, we cannot even really ask people to change their lifestyles to that sort, even though I would have liked to live in a house like that. So we sort of adjusted to being in Pune, Bombay, to being available materials. And even though we are taking projects outside, from a resource management point of view, our focus is always on how to simplify processes, to simplify designs. And after all, as architects, we are designers. So how we communicate our design to a project which is happening thousands of kilometers away with the local labor, with the local material is the challenge. And I think we have worked on that and now we have mastered it. Just over 4 visits also, a project can be achieved. Training can be achieved, wonderful houses can be made. As long as there is the correct communication, systems are in place, and our construction basics are also in place. So,
you've been doing some work in Madhya Pradesh as well,
yes,
like you said.
Yes.
So whenever you take up a project in any particular state or a city which is not your own home turf, how do you study that place? Like how do you go about the understanding of materials there? Do you need to travel more? Like what affects or impacts this process?
Yes, definitely. Travel is absolutely in. In fact, we started taking projects outside because I personally love traveling. And I think it gives you a lot of inspiration, learning, and various people. So my partner and I, both of us, that worked very well for us. So we travel, we see the place, we stay 2 days, observe everything around, which are the resources, which is the closest bigger town from where material is coming. And from that study, that's how it sort of translates into the best feasible design. Local houses also, they're the best response to the climate over there, to the resources available. So it's always easier to study and then you sort of get your answers when you ask the right questions. So yeah, that's how it is.
So you're very happy doing what you have studied and getting
Very
a chance
much.
to apply that
Yes,
into
yes,
your projects.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Pooja. So you have been in a collaborative practice with a friend. Did you all start off the moment you passed out of college, or was it a gradual change? Was it pre-decided, or did it just happen? And how do you handle professional responsibilities, design discussions, or design? How do you handle design? Or any other, do you have any preset rules or any kind of planned this thing?
So, no, we hadn't decided to practice together. And it's not even that, sometimes you're in college and you know from the beginning that, I'm going to set my practice with this friend. It was never like that. We ended up, we were working independently in different cities. And after almost 5-6 years of working in different places, we sort of realized that we were doing similar work. And then, both of us struggling in independent practices with very similar approach, we sort of realized that, it makes sense to share resources. It's just practical. And our thought process was same. Education was similar because we had both studied under Professor Gore with resource management as our base. So yes, that was there. We both were photography enthusiasts. And unlike what my resume says, I was a ranker, I was not really a ranker. It's just I happened to be a ranker in the last exam where it mattered.
It's
perhaps,
good.
yeah. So it sort of made sense to work together because it was convenient. We both were taking up works which were away from Pune. So we would do train journeys, we would do bus journeys. So it made practical sense to travel together. And clients were more than happy with having two people, because instead of one, it's two. So why not? And more churning, in more churning of ideas and other things. In office, it's easy because with the chunk of work that we have, it's generally distributed. So it quickly gets distributed, but at the same time, in a partnership, I think if you're very honest with your feedback, then you have no egos as such. So any feedback is welcome, and then you're looking at it as a problem. It's the site which is the concern, it's the project which is the concern. So no amount of criticism is ever bad, and so the project goes fast.
So is it like a cohesive approach when while designing a project, or is it like handled independently?
It's
and
a
then-
cohesive approach. It's a
Always.
Yes.
And it
always.
works well.
Yes.
Wonderful.
everywhere,
So I
yeah.
think you found your soulmate. Because I think that's very rare, and that's
Yeah,
something for keeps.
It's a cohesive approach. We can't stay out of anybody else's project because we are so keen on putting our opinion and our design in. So it's a cohesive approach.
And I think that brings out the best in you, because you have somebody who's challenging your thoughts and trying to. So I'm sure your clients are very happy with double power. I think we have time for one more question. So I'm going to ask you, how important is social media in today's times? And I see most of y'all, I've seen Suhani, she's such a quiet person, but I see the way she is making an effort to put out videos and small reels every time. And I know she's not somebody who loves doing this, but she has been making an effort to do this. I know Ekta also does this very often.
So I have been on social media from the time if any app has started. So if Instagram is 10 years, and then I've been on it.
You've
for
been 10
years. But so I used to write a blog before, and it was a pure blog where I would share whatever I was doing. I was doing cow dung plastering at one point of time. I put in a video of it. Somebody clicked it, and I had put in that this was a great experience. And blogs, you don't know who's reading. There was no, number of viewers, and anything was not there. It was never there. But somebody from the US saw that video, and a trust factor builds up because it's a personality which gets built up through that process. And from somebody who has never met you, they sort of get convinced that there is a person behind this entire process who is worth trusting.
They see a face to that.
It's a face, or it's a completed project, and there's a client who's speaking about you. So I think it builds a lot more. Like Google reviews is the latest, which still makes a difference. There was a long time where we would put up reviews from clients on our website. Now we actually say, just give us a review and that's enough, because your own website also may not be that trustworthy as much as a standard platform of a Google review is. So that works way better. So I think social media makes a difference.